segue into the fact that we have a few academy players as well that have been given debuts. We'll probably have to do another video on more of the academy players. But what have you thought of like Chong and Angel Gomez, Jimmy Gardner so far this season? Just a quick synopsis of those guys.
Well, of all three, in terms of what they've done this year, I've been most impressed with Angel Gomez, and he has played the least. Uh, he just seems to be a lot more mature than all of them. I'm not sure that's also the reason he was given the captain armband for the England under 17 team, but he just looks very mature and he has such a wonderful understanding of everything that's going on around him. Chung is still very raw, and I believe the best option for Chung is to send him out on
Zalone.
loan. And in my opinion, I think Man United have not been managing the youngsters well quite of late. When you look at Adnan Januzaj, and the ability and talent that he has naturally, and for him to be at Real Sociedad, yes, he's playing well, but his ability, his talent, speaks more than that. I think United are keeping the players in the reserve team too long. You look on what happened in Germany. When a player reaches a certain level, he starts to get games in the first team. He gets chances to really stake a claim. That's not happening at Manchester United. You have to be, astronomical, so to speak, and where you are producing something in almost every game. So for me, I just think that Chung, given the competition that's there, given the players who they're also looking to bring in, the best option for him is to probably go out on loan. I mean, you look at Sporting Lisbon, Porto, Benfica. Those are clubs that always seems to be able to pass on knowledge to players, and they're able to then translate that on the pitch. I'm not sure what they're doing differently. I don't know how different the message is, but they just give players time to work themselves in, to get used to playing first team games and then take the game to the next level. I don't think United have that luxury to offer right now because, massive club, massive expectation. They're expected to win every week. They are supposed to be in the Champions League every year. So in terms of giving players chances, unless they're producing, I don't see it happening. So Chung and also James Gardner. Again, quality young player, good on the ball, excellent positional play, can pick a pass here and there, but still very raw, and you can see that they're not ready for that step yet into the first team. So they have to go out and learn and then come back. I mean, you look on Twanzebe went to Aston Villa and he became a monster. He was brilliant in their run to the Premier League, in terms of their promotion to the Premier League. So you want that kind of exposure, that kind of learning experience where you have to grow up, you have to be a man, and not be, given opportunity because you're there. So I still believe that in terms of all the players who was given a chance this year, Brandon Williams definitely, has shown that he's ready for this level. Mason Greenwood, we know, will always score goals once he gets chances. But that's about it. I think the others need to go out on loan, learn, and come back and see just how good they are.
Well, I would tend to agree somewhat, but I'm not sure I can lay the blame, so to speak, at this current team of managers and coaches for development, because I think given that the squad was so thin, which is why a few of those youngsters couldn't have gone out on loan. Chang, so to speak, yeah, I do agree, is kind of raw. Needs probably like a full season to bulk up, get used to certain kind of physical contact from players. Angel Gomez, I think the reason why he's probably didn't play any much is because they want him to physically get up to speed somewhat. He is, I think, about 5'4". So he needs more strength, so to speak, given that he's pretty technical. He can move between the lines. Really good. Garner, on the other hand, I think he should have gotten more game time. If there's one thing I can probably lay to the feet of them is that when we had injuries, I think Garner could have probably given a bit more game time because I do think he's quite talented. And another one which I won't go in right now, is Dylan Levitt, and he to me is probably the best out of the bunch in terms of midfielders. So that is something that I can say I agree that we need to work on balancing somewhat, getting them into the first team and also loaning them so it works. I mean, Beckham was loaned out till he came back. You have other players as well who are similar. So with that being said, the only thing now I like to get your thoughts on, so to speak, is what you think will happen now. As you said earlier, momentum is a hell of a thing in the Premier League. We're pretty much on a very good unbeaten run. I think we had 8 clean sheets in about 11 games or something similar to that. And we had scored like almost 20 something goals, if I'm not mistaken. So, given that it's on break now, and teams such as Tottenham and other teams will be getting back players as well, just like we will be getting back players. Pogba and Rashford should be back. What do you think will happen when football comes back, say June or May, middle of May, or whenever it is that they think that they can play as long as it's safe? What do you think the season will go from there?
Ah, it's a tough one because it's as if you're gonna be starting the season all over again. Uh, so players will be fresh and eager to get things started rolling again. But I think there's only like 10, 11 games remaining. Uh, what is in United's favor is that Solskjaer knows his best team. You look on Chelsea, you look on Arsenal, you look on Tottenham. Sheffield is also in the mix as well.
And Wolves.
Wolves is also in the mix. In terms of the players at their disposal now, and how good they can be in terms of a team, I think United is perhaps best placed. And if you look on the table right now, it's very tricky because all it takes is one match weekend for the top four to change.
Sure.
United are 3 points behind Chelsea, better goal difference. If Chelsea lose and United wins, United goes into fourth. So, and that's also a psychological thing. When you are in fourth position in that top four, there's just this feel good factor around the place, which is already there with the arrival of Bruno Fernandes. We know how influential Paul Pogba is, and the likes of Rashford and the likes of Martial. So, him coming back, wanting to quote unquote take his place as the star player of the team, it it could be good for the team, but it could also be bad. I mean, can they play together? They're they're both they both like to command the ball and want to make the difference all the time. Can they coexist? That's something that Solskjaer has to work out. But it's a good problem to have. I think in terms of choices, talent, and potential for growth as a team, I think United has probably the largest depth to go. And if a Marcus Rashford comes back and is in any sort of form like he was before, scoring goals, and with Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba being a supplier, quality service in the final third. I mean, it's really exciting if you're a Man United fan right now.
Boy, I tend to have to agree. I mean, a number of persons I've seen have shown how both can work together and coexist. Given that you will have choices as well further back in midfield, we have back McTominay. Fred has stepped up immensely. Probably our player of the season this season, given all that he's done. And then Matic also caught back form. So we have a few who will be able to hold the base while allowing, and both Pogba and Bruno can do some amount of defensive work as they've shown. None of them are adverse to actually putting in a tackle or tracking back when it's really necessary. So I am hoping that when we have everybody back, it will be a little bit before the season starts. I will just to see how we can bed and see how it works and stuff like that. That would be a plus, given that Pogba will be just playing with Bruno for the first time, similar with Rashford playing with Bruno for the first time. As you can see, Martial and Fernandes have actually pretty much had a instant link up. They're looking for each other. They know where each other are. It seems like it's pretty much telepathic at this point. So given that Pogba and Martial also have a good relationship in terms of, being knowing where each other are, and Rashford similarly, that is pretty exciting, as you said. Which is why I've said I would prefer Pogba stays hopefully he's committed to the club. I don't know what his thought process is. I don't know, but one can only hope because given a good DM, that would just give it a great platform for us to go forward and stuff like that. And with the rest of guys, all I'm concerned about is really health in terms of the defense because I think by when he came back, you could see what he brought to that defense. Come on, and he's quick. He is able to actually pass out the ball. He's pretty skillful if you look at him. Sometimes he does some stuff in the box, and I'm like, shit. So I really do think he RT1 would be able to step up. So given all of that, what do you think? Or do you? I asked you what do you think will happen, but if you had to predict, do you think we'll make the top four or win the Europa League? What do you think? Just a prediction, just to end out the video.
Well, to be quite honest, I think they will finish in the top four, actually. And look, Chelsea can't keep a clean sheet. They're conceding a lot of goals. When you are conceding all the time, it's difficult to win games. I know you can outscore their position here and there, but they're not being able to keep clean sheets. United, has shown that they can actually keep clean sheets and they can fight. You saw what happened against Manchester City, where they really got stuck in. The spirit is there, the drive is there, the desire, the hunger, that is there. All they need now, United, is just to go there and express themselves and have fun. And I think Paul Pogba coming back, they will be having some fun. So I know they can finish in the top four. And before the COVID-19 outbreak, I actually was quite confident that they were gonna win the Europa League. But that's also if they decide to continue with the Europa League, because I know many people finish the leagues, forget about Europe. But we know once if that happens, a lot of money is gonna be lost. I don't think UEFA is gonna go down that road. Once money gets involved, I don't think UEFA is gonna want to risk losing that so many millions. So I actually think the Europa League and the Champions League will be able to finish. I think United can win the Europa League. It's in their hands, really. I think on paper and also as a team, they have shown that consistency. So it's just for them to get over that final hurdle. They should be getting, at least Pogba. Not sure how far Marcus Rashford is as yet. So they now have many options in different positions, which is very, very good. So I think all if the players comply with their training regime, I know that they've been given and they come back, everybody is in good physical shape. I just think that when you have quality players, and good players will always find a way to make it work. Pogba have that extra bit of quality. Fernandes have that extra bit of quality. And I also did say Martial and Rashford have that extra bit of quality. So we have players who can win games for us. And then David De Gea has also shown that when the team needs him, he can come up with an outstanding save. So we have everything going for us in this present moment. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've seen the angry streak coming out, which is always good. So look, it's all positive right now. And should they get word that Jadon Sancho is coming, even better. So I think United is on the right path. I trust Solskjaer. I mean, all his signings have done well so far. So I have a lot of faith in him, and I just know that once the season gets starting again, the hunger, desire, once that's there, Man United will win the Europa League and they'll finish top four.
All right, good. If there's also one thing I might add is that this team has actually brought back a feel good. We actually like the team. You're saying, okay, it's a team I can, if you think back a couple of weeks when we had to be pitchy patching the thing, we just probably hated seeing certain people on the field. No, it has that feel good factor where you're saying, yeah, man, this is my team again, if you get it. And I mean, I think I actually should talk about who I think should leave. I think we should leave about 5 persons I think we should let go. I mean, Chris Smalling needs to go now. Jones, belong. as much as I wanted them to do well, Jesse Lingard and Pereira need to go as well. And given that I'm not sure, I'm kind of Matic has improved, but if we want to get better, I mean, I think we need, like I said, a Zakaria type. So those are guys I think would need to go so that we can evolve further. So
I don't think I can add anything to that. I mean, I think Jesse Lingard particularly has gotten more than enough chances, um,
agreed.
and he has really failed to nail down a position. I remember 2017-18 season where he was brilliant, and he even made the England team, played in the semifinals of the World Cup. And you're thinking, okay, he's gonna kick on, he's gonna, show just how good he could be. Um, I'm not sure what happened. I know a lot has happened, in his personal life. But he has gotten enough chance. I believe that the club has to be ruthless. You look on Real Madrid, some of their best players, most loyal players, when they believe that they have gotten over the cliff, they have gotten rid of them. So the club has to be ruthless. Solskjaer has to be ruthless to say, these players have gotten their chances. And so I don't know what Phil Jones is contributing to the team. Um, Smalling has done well in Italy. I think he would want to stay there. But as you said, I think Maguire, Lindelof, who I'm not really a fan of, by Antoine Zebe, they're I think they're adequate enough right now. And as you said, should Baye and Antoine Zebe stay healthy, I think they add a bit more steel, a bit more physicality and calmness. Lindelof gets bullied too easily for me. He has to be a lot stronger. Uh, so in terms of departure, sure, Smalling, Jones, Pereira, Lingard, Matic probably stay another year. He probably can be a supporter to Zakaria or whoever who comes in
Right.
that role. So he probably can stick around. And well, he has gotten an extension anyway, so he's
Right.
gonna be sticking around.
Well, with that being said, thanks for joining me. Always a pleasure. Until the next time, peace.